Hello and welcome, you guys. I'm so excited you're back with us here at Wellness Crew. My name is Michelle, and today is day 4 of week 2 of our Doubling Down on Self-Care series. So I'm so excited because this month we decided to bring a little bit of emphasis to restorative yoga. And sometimes restorative yoga doesn't show up in your yoga schedule, or it's not something you think about necessarily go to, right? Because it's not a workout. It's more of a work in. It is designed to be very restoring, hence the name, but also something where you're completely supported by props, right? You put on some nice music and you get into your poses. But I have all this stuff here, so you might be wondering, what is she gonna do with those pillows? Well, not everybody at home has a bolster, blankets, blocks, all these things. So before we get started, the things that you're gonna need for today, if you have a bolster, fantastic. You'll need a bolster, 2 blocks, a blanket, 2 blankets, okay? If you don't have those things, these are some things that I have to help. So I have 2 a little bit thicker pillows and 2 thinner pillows that we'll use in lieu of a blanket. I also have a yoga blanket in case we want to use that for extra support. And I don't have the blocks here, so I have 2 thick books, okay? So before you do anything, go ahead, grab those things, pause the video, go grab those things and come back and join me. All right, so we're ready to go, okay? You have your mat. First thing we wanna do is kind of settle in, right? Maybe do a little bit of movement to kind of get our body ready for this class. We're gonna do 3 poses today. We're gonna do a child's pose, but with our hands back behind our neck. And that's gonna give us some tension relief in our upper shoulders and upper back, which quite frankly, if you work at the computer all day, that is where you feel a lot of that, okay? The second 2 poses are gonna be a supported twist, face down, one side and then the other. Okay, so 3 poses total. For this one, what I'd like for you to have is your, let's use the 2 books. We're gonna do our child's pose first. So you need your 2 books and a blanket, okay? So you can use your pillows or your blankets, whichever ones work best for you. You're gonna take your books, put them at the top of your mat. You have the blocks, fantastic, okay? And your blanket's gonna be back here to give you just a little added support. Before we begin, let's settle in. So sit up nice and tall, roll those shoulders up and back. Allow one ear to fall to one shoulder. Bring it back to center. And on your next exhale, release the other ear to the other shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it back. This time we're going to do it again. We're going to inhale, roll your shoulders up and back. Take your hands, place them underneath your thighs, almost like you're sitting on them, okay? And then we're gonna do that again. Draw your chin in towards your chest, so like back, almost like you're giving yourself a double chin. And then we're gonna release that ear again to the side, this time with the chin drawing in. You can close your eyes. You should feel a really nice stretch on the sides of your neck. If you want even more stretch, you can start to tilt your head just, your forehead a little bit towards your lap or your mat. Inhale, come back, bring that head back to center. Again, draw the chin in, release the other ear to the opposite shoulder. Continuing to draw that chin in. If you want a little deeper stretch, you can start to look up or down. You can play around with that. And then inhale, come back to center. Take the hands behind you. If you can clasp them, clasp them. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, Draw the chin back a little bit again and start to look up just a smidge. Even though your shoulder blades are drawing together, continue to draw the shoulder heads back as well. So we're just starting to warm up the shoulders, the neck. On your next exhale, release the hands, bring the head back to center. So we're going to take a little bit of Suki circles, just kind of roll around a little bit, moving the spine, going in one direction, pause, and then go in the other direction. And then coming through to center, inhale, reach those arms up, and then exhale, twist one side, turning to look behind you. Inhale, look forward, unwind. We're going to do that again. Other side. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist. And then inhale, look forward and unwind. Beautiful. If you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice here. Just an observation, a reminder to yourself that this next 15 minutes, or the 15 minutes that we've already started, is for you, okay? This is you doubling down on your self-care so that you can be at the tip top of productivity, of whatever it is that your goal is throughout your day. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release that promise to yourself out into the space around. Go ahead when you're ready, open your eyes, and we're going to go ahead and get into our first pose.
Go ahead and come onto all fours. The blanket is going to be folded a couple times to where it feels good to you. Bringing them or the blanket underneath the thighs, between the thighs and the calves, supporting your legs and your knees in child's pose. Elbows come to the tops of the blocks or books. Palms come together, and then reach them back in prayer pose behind the neck. You should feel a nice supported stretch here as your forehead comes to the mat and your heart begins to sink a little bit closer towards the mat, towards the tops of the thighs. Take a deep breath. Inhaling into that space between the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, feeling everything soften. Inhale into the hips. Exhale. Allow the hips to sink into the blanket. If at any time something does not feel comfortable or like there's extra work on your part, listen to the body. We're going to go ahead, bring the palms down to the mat, and slowly bring yourself back up onto all fours with your hands on the blocks or books, coming to a few rounds of cat and cow. Keep a soft bend in those elbows as we bring movement back to your cat and cow. And then you may feel like you want to come back to a child's pose here. Feel free to move the books out of the way and rest for a few moments in your balasana. When you're ready, walking the hands back towards the knees, hands to the tops of the thighs, taking a moment to settle in as we come out of these poses. Ready for the next. As you feel ready, coming over one side back to seated, grab your 2 bolsters, or maybe 1, your blanket, 2 pillows, 2 blocks or 2 books. We're going to stack the blocks one on top of the other at the front of your mat. If you need extra blocks, extra books, feel free to get them. But then we're going to take the bolster, or in this case 2 pillows, and place them over the blocks, lifting up the top part of the pillows or the bolster as we come into your supported twist face down. You're going to have a blanket on either side of the bolsters for your hands to support the arms. And if you would like a blanket underneath the hips, you can use that as well, or maybe between the knees, which is what I prefer. Bring the side of your hips towards the bolsters, and then turn to face the bolster in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, you'll lean forward, bringing your chest to the top of the bolster, arms on either side, resting on the blanket or pillows. It may feel good to keep your head facing the direction of your knees, or maybe you want a deeper twist. You can turn to face the other way. Deep breaths. Noticing the way your heart feels as it beats against that support beneath you. Each breath brings more relaxation, more ease. As you begin to bring your awareness back, we'll slowly press our hands into the ground, lifting yourself back up, allowing your head to come last. Eyes may stay closed if you like. And we're going to come to the other side. And slowly, as you start to come onto all fours, maybe taking 1 or 2 rounds of cat and cow here. And then turning to face the other side of your mat, bringing that hip close to the bolsters. If you had the blanket between your knees, bringing it here as well. Turning to face with your upper body towards the bolsters, hands on either side, sitting up nice and tall, bringing that twist from the bottom all the way up, and then gently resting the torso along the top of the bolster. Take a deep breath. Exhale, settle in. It might feel good to turn your head to face the other way for a few moments, allowing your neck a little change. When you're ready, go ahead and place both hands on either side of you on the mat. Begin to inhale, lift off the bolsters, coming back to your hands and knees. A few rounds of cat and cow might add a little bit of extra stretch and gently bringing back that movement to the body. Continuing to take your time, coming back to your child's pose over the bolsters, bringing the bolsters a little bit closer between the knees, relaxing the shoulders back and down, continuing to have that space between the neck. And as you're ready, go ahead, start to walk the hands back towards the tops of your legs. And then coming back to seated. Slowly allow the eyes to either open, or maybe you want to take a few moments here, seated, eyes closed.
I hope that you guys enjoyed your restorative yoga class. Please know that each one of these poses is designed for you to feel the best and most comfortable. So if you need more props, if you need more cushion to bring the ground closer to you, then add props, okay? Add until it feels so good and relaxing. There's no effort. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like what you see, if you like the practice, make sure to go like and subscribe to the Wellness Crew channel so that you can be a part of all of the things that we bring to you each day. I'm so glad you're doubling down on your self-care. Namaste, friends.